we're back. Let's, I can't adjust any of that. Let's go to the comment section as well. All comments, lovely. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Hopefully my sound is okay. Let's click on there. Click on there. View channel. Click on there. Muted. All good. Dum 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 dum. Beard, welcome back, mate. Hopefully my sound is okay. Let's turn that one on. That might be helpful. Let's make sure I'm on the right microphone. Settings, audio. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that's the right one. I've sent Wes the link. Hopefully he's received that. Sounds good. Okay, cool. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. That's a scene.
Hey.
Wes, how are we?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm a little bit muffled.
Really?
Yeah, you're a bit muffled, mate.
I'm muffled?
Yeah, sounds like you're in a fucking bathtub.
Still?
Let me see if I can improve it by disconnecting that. Let's see if that's any better. It might have been me. How's that?
Is that any better?
Now I can't hear you at all. Hang on.
Can you
Audio,
hear me?
output. No, I don't want headphones. Yep, that one. Those.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
There we go.
Oh, you can hear me now?
There we go. Yeah, I think it was because I got you coming through my speaker. So yeah. So do I want to know why I came up in your conversation in your interview?
Yeah. I think we are a lot more clear in this state than maybe our original thought.
I can't hear you very well, mate.
Oh, God. You still think I'm good?
Audio. Let me see if I can improve this any. Can everyone else hear Wes? Can everyone else hear you okay? Because I can't hear you very well at all. Sound went out.
I feel like I need to find a microphone or something.
Uh-oh.
Let me try.
I can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I'll sit my ass down then. I do have a guy coming to put a battery in my hybrid, well, my daughter's car now, at some point this morning. So he might distract me for a second, but he can work without me, I'm pretty sure. Just FYI.
Mate. Life goes on even if you're on a live stream, doesn't it?
It does. It does. So last night, when I was talking to Dylan, he was saying the whole reason he started his YouTube channel was because he was severely depressed
Right.
and needed an outlet in a way to deal with that. And it was, very familiar, um, which I say all the time is a big part of what I'm doing here. Is it just keeps me from being stir crazy and trapped in my own little brain,
Yeah.
and gives me some space to focus inward and outward at the same time. I don't know if that makes enough sense.
Yes, it does, mate. I'll tell you what's happening with your sound. So when I use my iPhone,
Mm-hmm.
my sound fades in and out,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what yours is doing at the moment. I don't know why that is.
I wonder if I can try my other phone and see if it'll do better. I wonder.
Dun, 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 dun. And I don't know why it does it. It seems to be iPhones. Are you on an iPhone?
No, I'm on an Android.
It's strange, isn't it? But that's what my iPhone does. It's like the sound fades in and out.
I'm gonna see if this other phone will do better.
Okay.
I am I'm gonna plug in and just call myself West Desert 2. And
Yeah,
then
that's
we'll
fine.
see if that
Just
one works.
follow the link the same way, and we can.
Yikes. All right. Did that sound better? Does that sound better now?
That does sound better, mate. So
All right, I'm gonna kill the other phone now.
remove that
Did
one.
that
There we go.
1 second?
Ta-da!
All right. Crazy.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's better.
so I think I'm better now.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
All right, I think we're better.
Yeah, I can hear you a lot better now. Beers, what about you, mate? Can you hear a lot better now?
Yeah, I've been hearing you pretty good the whole time, so I'm good on my end.
Awesome. We've got Beard and Your Mama in the chat right now. Hopefully they can
Welcome.
hear both.
Big Grooves has been hanging out a lot lately. I appreciate him.
Yeah, he's a good man, isn't he? He's been popping into my chats, and yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone being in and watching my crap that I put on.
It's very useful stuff, though, Rob. Like it's a good place to be. Pardon me looking off. I'm trying to put my monitor on so I can read the chat and stuff too. But
Yeah, that's fine, mate. It's surprising how many people use YouTube as an outlet to distract themselves from real life problems.
yeah, even solve some real life problems. You know,
Yeah,
um, helps me a lot. Like I'll even work on my house here for content's sake. Like even in just little things here and there, if something needs fixing, I'll go, oh, I'll go ahead and fix that and film it. And then everybody's happy with me all at the same time.
it's yeah, it's definitely good. So go on, carry on with your story of your interview. How did your interview go? Did it go well?
Hmm. It did. It went excellent. Couple moments of stage fright. Like I am not good with it's not a natural thing for me to be comfortable with people watching. Not even a little bit. In
So,
person, I get very anxious when somebody's standing over me while I'm working or something like that.
yeah,
Um, and it's always been that way. If the spotlight is directly on me in a room full of people, it's very unnerving to me.
yeah,
And I tend to have to talk in excess just to not let my brain slow down enough to realize what's going on and send me into a little panic, you know?
yeah. I'm the same. So if I was in a room of people, say there was 50 people watching the live, and
Hmm.
those 50 people were all in the room with me, I would be in the corner, cowering, um, not blubbering, but yeah, I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? I
Yeah,
wouldn't know.
I'd be inviting you outside for a smoke. Like, hey, let's let's get out of this energy for a second.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's it's too much sometimes, isn't it? Any more than three people for me, and it's overwhelming. It's almost like I'm being bombarded by voices from every angle, and even though that's not the case, it's how it feels. So it is quite
Hmm.
a difficult thing to deal with, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got most of my friends are artists and stuff, so they are the type of people who absolutely love that kind of interaction, and they love a lot of attention, and they love uh, being in a group where they can be the center. And it works great because if we're in a room and I've got a friend with me, I've got somebody who is 100% willing to carry the spotlight and leave me to myself and my own devices.
Yeah,
So you were a tradesman your whole life, yeah?
I was, and it's sad because I'd love to go back to it because I enjoyed it so much.
What prevents you from going back to it, you think?
Osteoarthritis.
Oh,
So 3 years ago, I had to close my company down. 3 years ago, actually, this month, I had to close my company down. Um, I was actually on a job just doing some gypsum plastering, um,
mm,
where you would do dry lining as a normal everyday thing. We would
yeah,
use pink gypsum and skim the walls.
yeah.
So I was at this job and I was just skimming one wall, and it was just the one small wall, thankfully. And as I tried to put pressure on the wall to trowel up, I don't know if you've done any skimming or not.
Hmm.
But you've got to put that little bit of pressure on with your trowel.
Hmm.
And
Right.
just as I tried to put the pressure on, I got the pain shooting down my shoulder, down my arm, and I couldn't put the pressure on.
Wow.
And I had to use my other hand to just to finish that wall. And that was the last job that I did. Um, I
Oh,
I was then in a position where I could no longer do what I was um,
trained
so
to do.
in love with doing. What's the matter,
Mm,
Malik? What's the matter?
that is rough, Rob.
So yeah, it killed my my trade, should we say? Alan, this is Wes. Wes does it, and he does do it. Very, very good at what he does. I love watching Wes. You are such a distraction um, when I've got my mind on things. I really look forward to when you go live, just so I can watch. It
I
doesn't
do
really
the
matter
same for
what you
you.
do. Sorry.
I do the same for you. Like here, I am because sort of my version of depression comes in sort of waves, right? And it can happen. It doesn't necessarily relate directly to what's going on in my life. It can just everything can be fine. and
Yeah.
then I'll just want to sleep all day if I could. But the problem is my body doesn't want to sleep all day. So I may go to bed at 9 p.m., but I'm going to wake up at 4 in the morning. And often when I do, I'll get up, I'll avoid coffee just in case I can go back to sleep. And I'll try to find something to do around the house, but I can't do anything because it's going to make too much noise to wake up the rest of the family. So I will, like without fail, you'll be on 5 in the morning. No problem. And I'll sit and watch you. And that is good therapy for me. It reminds me of like when I was a kid and we're all getting ready for school, right? But the bus stop is up the street.
Yeah.
But we're all up. Don't necessarily want to be up. I'm, not fully awake, but up the street at the bus stop, there's a kid that's got good stories to tell and is doing something interesting. And I can go sit, and while we're waiting on the bus in the cold, there's Rob keeping us all entertained and keeping our minds off of the fact that we don't want to go to school at all. So that's a lot that you definitely have carved into my morning routine.
I'm glad to hear it, mate. Mike is making stuff. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you.
Hey, Mike.
Oh, so yeah, you were saying I came up in your interview.
Yeah.
Good things, I hope. Good things.
I was telling Dylan when he said he started his channel because of his depression. He had a back injury, right? That also affected him work wise, and that, of course, with I think all men who spend their lives learning how to do something well, when you can't do it, it's devastating.
Yeah.
Um, so I mentioned your channel and how good it was for me to see it and experience because of the familiarity in that. I'll tell you when you say that, Rob, like it really, really strikes the nerve with me. I watched my dad gradually lose his vision, and he was a tradesman. When I was born, my father was a maintenance tech in the most prestigious building in our little bitty town, right?
Yeah.
And so he had to know how to do everything, the electric, the HVAC, the plumbing, the drywall, everything. I didn't learn a single trade from him. Um, I, we didn't get along well enough for me to want to be in his shop or for him to want me to be in it. Um, but he's, kind of an old school guy trying to the best he could to keep his son.
Give me one quick second, Rob. That's my battery guy.
Do, 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 do. I'm glad to hear it, Mike. I'm very glad to hear it, mate. Being in the position that you was a few days ago is a horrible place to be. I remember when I had my stroke, it was completely fucking soul destroying. Completely soul destroying. If you've got to wait for somebody, you'll never get it done. That's true. It's very true. Boom, 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 boom. If we're sharing, go for it, mate. That's what the channel's about. Opening up, having a chat. It's it's a safe space, mate. So if there's something that you want to get off your chest, this is the place to do it. You know. Fuck's sake, Alan. Yeah, it's just life, mate. My dad passed away a year ago, and he had 15% heart function. And I went to see him. The last time I went to see him, we sat down together. We had a chat, and he said to me, "Rob, I've got 25 weeks left. That's all it is, son. 25 weeks." He didn't make 25 weeks. He managed to last a couple of months, but he knew it was coming. Okay, Beard. Hope you're okay, mate. Try and get some sleep as well. Being awake 27 hours isn't good, man. Welcome back, brother.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
All good. All good.
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me again? Oh,
Yeah,
wait, no.
you're fine, mate. My darling wife is going to be very upset that she missed a chat with you.
Oh, no.
She's going to be very up. She loves watching you, mate. She's
Oh, man, I appreciate that.
You're the only one where if I've got you on my phone, I have you on
Yeah.
the stand in front of me like that, and I'll be watching you, and she'll go to me, "Oh, is that Wes?"
That blows my mind. I really, really, and truly in my heart of hearts, um, can you see how my OCD does? Like, because my camera's reversed, and I'm like, oh, that's got to be level and even. Like,
I don't know. I don't know if I can change that.
I have to, yeah. Anyway, but I cannot believe that somebody would really, like, it blows my mind every time. It's very humbling that anybody cares at all to watch me. If I'm being honest, I can't even imagine as a separate person from myself sitting down and watching me. Like, I think it'd be the dullest thing in the world. I'm so surprised every time.
It's brilliant, mate. The content that you're putting out is fantastic every day. I love to sit and watch whatever it is that you're doing at the time. I really do.
Well, I appreciate it. I am definitely appreciative of your channel as well.
Great, how you doing? I'm glad, mate. I'm glad. When I started this, I was doing it little bits on Facebook. You all know what Facebook's like. Facebook's shit. Now, a friend of mine, a dear friend, said to me, "You need to get yourself onto YouTube. You got to do it." I was like, "No, mate, I can't do that. No one will want to watch me. Why the fuck would anyone want to watch me?" And he said, "Listen," he said, "you'd be really good at it. Get yourself on YouTube and give it a go. Thank me later." So that's what I did. I started the channel from my personal channel, actually. It was my personal channel that I used literally just for listening to music. And I took the name of it to Depression Talks, and I thought, let's give it a go. I watched back a few days ago, actually, I watched back some of my first lives, and the difference that I can see in myself from when I started to now. I could see I was terrified. I was in a bad place. It's almost as though my soul was completely destroyed, you know?
But you did it anyway.
I did it anyway, yeah. I did it, and I wanted to help people, and that's what the aim was, to help people, to give people something that I didn't have.
Yeah.
When I was in my worst place mentally, I wanted to be able to do something to help people that were in that place and give them something
Mm,
that wasn't available to me. So
yeah.
making the channel and making it available to other people, talking about my own issues. I I made a promise that I would show my good days and my bad days,
Mm,
and I did.
that's a
That
big part.
I did.
That's
Uh,
amazing.
I have
That's a
very.
very vulnerable place to be in, and very brave of you to be willing to do that.
It was hard. It was hard.
I had a similar thought before, and I remember I was particularly upset. It was a common sort of reason that I was upset. And it could have been relevant to other people potentially, kind of thing.
Mm.
And to turn that camera on, and I saw my face, and I was like, no, no. I was just, I completely chicken shitted out of it. I was just like, no, I don't have the guts to do that. So I can appreciate that you did. I really can.
It was it was really difficult to do, but once I got into sort of the swing of doing it and get I got used to the way it worked, and people commenting and things like that. And I thought honestly that I'd have more fucking trolls. Trolls are the worst.
Mm.
They come in the chat and they try to offend you, and it's really stupid. At my age, when I was
Yeah,
growing up, people that you were best friends with, your closest friends, would roast you daily. It's what we did. So
yeah,
when trolls to the channel and try and roast you, it's like, well, is that the best you got?
right.
Come out.
And we're tradesmen. Like, like,
Yeah,
like, are you gonna hurt a roofer's feelings at all? Are you- There's no way you're gonna hurt a brick mason's feelings. You're just not gonna do it. So,
they tell you
so
to f off, don't they?
for me, that's one of my favorite things. Is honestly, it's when the trolls are in there and I s- and I'm aware of them, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun because, like you said, I was also in the roast committee. Like, buddy, I got a talent for this too. Let's do it.
Yeah,
And the thing is, I'm the only one with a microphone in this case. You got to type out, and I can just whip them out. Like,
yeah.
and the side benefit of that is that I've never met a smart troll. I've never met a smart person who's like, I want to go on the internet and be mean. I've never met an intelligent person who would think and do that. So you're already outgunned the moment you even start up. I'm always with that smoke.
It is definitely fun. I do enjoy them. So, I mean, some of them, it's just like I can't be fucked today. Off you fuck, go away.
Yeah,
Um, but I've got so many spanners on the channel that I don't need to react most of the time. They're gone before I get a chance to,
yeah.
which works for me.
Lions is very good at handling the troll.
Yeah, he roasts them just as much as they roast him. But again, he's the same sort of generation as, same mindset as we are. He's been
Yeah,
through the same sort of childhood as we have. You know,
yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
obviously, I don't know much about sort of your growing up, but for me, we were bullied on a daily basis by people, but we were also bullies to our friends.
Yeah, there's and I am a small frame guy. I am. If I was boxing, I'd be in the lightweight division. like
Yeah.
130 to 135 pounds, right? So, for the first quarter of my life, there's that Napoleon complex. And I also just happen to, my family is, all the males in my family are notoriously strong.
Yeah.
And so I did not miss that gene. I'm not broad and wide like them. But I grew up, wrestling the same cousins and, all that stuff. So for me, I only did combat sports. I only did powerlifting. I only did wrestling, jujitsu, and boxing.
Yeah.
So, it, like, somebody making an attempt to hurt my feelings just is really a tough task. Like, because also in real life, I can fight and I know it. So I'm not even like worried that I don't have to cower from anything, hardly ever in my
Yeah.
life.
No
So,
politics on my channel, please.
hmm,
Someone in the chat, vote blue.
oh,
I don't
now,
do politics. Vote blue.
I don't
No.
know. You know what the crazy thing is? I don't know much about politics in the UK, but are there parties? Are there two separate parties like there are here?
We've got about 8 or 9 different parties, mate, all for different things. I don't. I don't know a lot about politics. I don't do politics. Politics just fucking screws you over. And in all honesty, no matter which party it is, they're a load of bollocks. They're full of lies. They tell you what you want to hear, and then they shit on you from a great height.
It's crazy that very, very few people understand that it is not this group represents us and this group represents us. It This group governs us, and the two of them are up there. Both of them are leagues away from any of us. Either one of these candidates is never going to have their kid in a school that your kids are going to be in. They're
Exactly.
never going to live in a neighborhood that you're going to live in. They're never going to experience what the price of eggs does to your household. They are never going to experience that and likely never have.
Exactly that.
And then the nonsense of pretending that there's some nobility in it when there is a guy who's got a job. Like it's a job. Now imagine, Rob, you've got a job that pays you $40,000 a year, right? And somehow on your tax returns every year, you're filing 5 million. And it just so happens that the milk company that you make $40,000 running the factory in, and you buy milk stocks and sell milk stocks only, and somehow you make 5 million on that, 40,000 on the job, and you're going to keep the job and pretend like they're not related things.
Mm.
At the politician here might make 250 to $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
And on his job. And there's not a single one that's not a multi-millionaire on day one going into the job.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
It's crazy. Crazy. But
Sorry,
yeah.
I can rant.
No, that's fine. Politics is something that really annoys me. It's something that I keep it away from the channel. Same with religion, simply because it's so controversial. Nikki New, how are you? There's so many different opinions. Those different opinions always cause an argument or a fight or whatever. So it's just safer to keep it away from the channel, isn't it?
That that's true. Um,
It's just not worth the hassle.
yeah, I mean to keep because this space is a different kind of space. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And there are plenty of spaces I'm willing to fight in, and there are quite a few spaces I'm not willing to fight in. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. But it's nice to be able to get on a live, and just do something. And I tend to shut off from the live. I forget that it's there when I'm in the zone.
100%.
Yesterday I did exactly the same thing. I was just making these, nothing special. A couple of coasters, um, two pieces of wood that I cut off, one piece of wood, and I just
Hmm.
burnt some names into it. Simple as that. Just burnt into it just for the fun of doing it.
Hmm.
The wife asked me to do it, so I was like, yeah, all right then. And people love watching it.
That's fun though. I'll come down here sometimes and just whittle on a piece of wood just to get familiar with that particular knife and that particular species of wood just to see what it does. And I'm not carving anything in particular. I don't
Yeah,
usually film that, but it's very relaxing. But I don't film it because I don't want people to ask me what I'm doing over and over, and
yeah.
then I have to answer it over and over. And uh, I don't know if anybody's. You'd have to see my lives when I'm at work doing stuff that I didn't necessarily start my day wanting to do
Yeah,
to see how quickly I can get annoyed and irritated. My trigger is very fast.
I did laugh the other day when he was live and he was patching up the ceiling, and it just wasn't holding for you. And
Yeah,
it was just like, yeah, get fucked.
I you know, and it's crazy. It's all inward, right? It's just me calling myself a dumbass over and over because I when I mixed that mud that when I mixed it hot with hot water so it's thicken up, set up quicker.
Yeah,
But I also made it too thin and I knew it. And in my brain, I'm like, oh, I'll just fuck around a little bit and it'll start to stiffen up and then I'll do it and then I'll. And the drywall that I'm putting up, you'll appreciate this, was half inch. The
yeah.
drywall that was on the ceiling was 5/8 inch.
Okay.
So that's also why I didn't want to screw it into the joist because it was going to compress in an 1/8 inch, you know. So I was like, I'll hot patch it all around. I'll leave enough to, you know, and then I didn't. And then my mud was so loose. And then I'm like, I'm going to have to put some fucking screws in it. And then, like, then I got mud everywhere. And I'm like, I can't reach my gun. It was,
It, sometimes you get jobs like that, and everything that can go wrong will go wrong.
I'll tell you what's also stupid about how I'm built and what I've chosen to do for a living. I get, I don't like stuff on my hands. And when I get stuff on my hands, I get very anxious and conscious of the stuff on my hands.
Yeah.
And the more stuff that's on my hands, the more irritable I am. Drywall mud dragging down my arms and splattering on my hat and all this stuff, and I'm losing it inside. It's much worse inside than what I'm spewing out of my.
I know exactly what you mean. I'm in the worst. Well, I was in the worst trade I could possibly be in. Um, I was always dirty, always. There wasn't a day I went to work and I came home clean. It wasn't possible,
Yeah.
especially when I was doing line work. So here with period properties, it would
Mhm.
be cob. Do you know what cob is?
No.
So cob is basically it's a mixture of mud, straw, and small stones, all combined.
Hmm.
And the walls were built from it. So they'd start off 3 foot thick
Wow.
with a stone foundation, and then they'd build the mud on top of it, the cob on top of it, all the way up to roof level. And as it
That's
got
got to
higher,
have
it got thinner.
incredible insulation value.
So yeah, I used to work with cob. The thing with cob and stone, the stone that we would use for building would be granite. Granite
Right.
sweats. Don't ask me
Granite
how.
what?
Sweats.
Okay.
Don't ask me how. I don't know how it works, but granite sweats.
Hmm.
So you need to be able to put something on there that allows it to breathe. So when you're using gypsum products, it seals it. It doesn't allow the air to get through. So you use lime. Lime is a natural product that allows the air to get through, the moisture to get in. You need that moisture to get in so that the cob doesn't dry out too much. If it dries out too much, then it starts to crumble.
Yeah.
If it starts to crumble, then you lose the strength of the build. So that's why lime is used, because it's breathable. It allows the air to get in. It allows the moisture to get in.
Yeah.
But it's dirty,
Mm.
really dirty, and you end up with sort of, when you start laying it on, you start from a scratch coat. You can put the first coat that you put on is Harling coat, and it's called a Harling coat because you literally throw it on the
Yeah.
wall,
Got you.
and that gives you your key. Then you put a scratch coat on top of that, which has horsehair in it, which ties it together, helps it to bond. Then you put your next coat on, which would be your top coat generally, and that will then bring you your nice finish with all the nice curves on the. You've seen the cottages with these lovely curves,
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
There is
Things.
almost nothing like that here. The closest I think we do to that is stucco.
Okay.
And in my region, it's not a great idea because um, it's stucco that's over top of a plywood or a OSB wall. It's like our walls are always framed up with 2x4s or 2x6s, and then there's a plywood on the outside of that, and then you'll put like a waterproofing on that, and then you would put the lathe on top and staple it to that, and then we would sort of I don't know if screed is the right word, but kind of like what you said, just splatter it on and then trowel it up.
Yeah.
But that's about it down here. Like maybe in Florida and California, the really dry areas, heavy, they do that, but nothing like that where you're mixing anything like straw, anything like uh, small stones or anything. That's just maybe concrete on the driveways and the foundations and things like that. But hardly ever on the walls.
The concrete, you have to divide it, don't you? Because of the heat, to stop it from cracking.
Yeah, it's got to always be in sections here.
Yeah. Whereas here we don't have to do that because we get so much moisture.
Really?
So I can pour a pathway in front of my house, and we can just pour it in one hit, the whole length. We don't need to divide it.
That is impossible here. That is impossible here. Like I've got a big old crack right in my shop that runs across the whole house. That's my foundation. Neither side lifted up or any of that stuff, but you can see I'm 3/4 underground in my shop.
Yeah.
But there's no way here, like my driveway has got a dozen cracks.
Do, 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 do.
Everything okay, bro? All right. Let me know if you need anything.
So Joe, stucco, what you have there,
Awesome.
we have something similar here, but it's not
Okay.
called stucco. And it's
Very good.
basically it's a silicon based render. So you'll put a mesh onto your first coat. So you'd lay your first coat on, you put your mesh in, and then you put your coat over the top of that then. And that gets rid of any
On
differences.
There's two applications that I'm aware of. Um, and the one where we're doing the actual stucco outside is you staple it onto the wall, the mesh,
Yeah,
but you leave it pulled a little bit away from the wall
yeah,
so that when you put on the loose, it's a little bit loose when you first go on because you want it to get through the screen and, bind that to that.
yeah,
And then there is that gets all kind of as plumb as you can get it loose.
yeah,
And then they'll put like these little wood slats uh vertical
yeah.
and level those out, make sure they're plumb, and then they'll mud up to the edges of those, and then they'll pull them out and then you know tighten all that up for the
So we
finish.
wouldn't do that here. What we would do is where you would put the battens in,
Mm-hmm.
we would put a crack barrier. I'd call it. So
Mm.
basically, it's a plastic bead that goes up
Mm-hmm.
vertically, and it stops any cracks. And you'd have one either side with a small expansion gap,
Mm.
and that's how you'd stop it from cracking. So you'd do that every so many meters, and that's how you prevent any cracks. You'd have specific beads with an expansion gap, and then you put a little strip of foam in there,
Yeah.
and
Now
that
I have seen that in stucco. I am not like I've stuccoed like I do more repairs on more things than being I've never been a stucco guy for a living,
yeah,
but I've probably repaired 30 or 40 stucco walls or had to crack them down and build it back up.
yeah,
But from scratch, from front to finish, I'm sure there's more stuff to it than what I've personally seen and done. I do
yeah,
know on interiors when we do tile for a couple of years before better products became available,
That on the inside of the shower.
we would put the mud on the wall, street it up, and then put the lathe on top of that, street it up, get it dead plumb flush. But it builds the wall out, so you start to lose interior space ever so slightly inside that shower booth. So
correct, yeah.
now I mostly use Curdy products on that stuff, which is fantastic because it's so light.
Uh, Joe, you used Ames tools. I've always been a Marshalltown man, so everything that I used plastering wise have been Marshalltown.
Yeah.
There's a company that's I don't know where the company's based, but there's a company called Ox that
Mm.
started making plastering tools that are actually really good.
They
But yeah, I always use Marshalltown. That is an American company, I believe.
Yeah,
Marshalltown.
I got a tool bucket full of Marshalltown sitting outside the door right now. It's
Yeah,
so durable, so good. You can always clean them back to new.
yeah.
Like and you can just knock one of them against the other and just scratch everything that's ever
No,
come on
you
with it
can't do
right
that.
off. Huh?
No.
No, I mean scratch. You know how you pull them
Yeah,
by each other. It's like you're cleaning the edges of the blades.
I saw a plasterer once, and he's got his trowel and he's troweling a wall up, and he was using a Marshalltown trowel, and something annoyed him, and he just literally threw his trowel. And I'm just like, no, what the fuck have you just done?
It's funny when I the first time I ever held a trowel was because my first trade was roofing, and we would do a lot of commercial roofing as well. So in temporary fixes and things, roof penetrations and stuff like that, we would put down the asphalt based product with the we would call it bull here. I don't know what they call it anywhere else in the world, but it's like almost an elasticy tar, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And we'd get like a pointy trowel for those, and then a little square short trowel, but just a single handle for those. And the older guys could scoop that stuff out and from 30 feet away, fling it, and it would like bam hit exactly what they were trying to hit with a chunk
yeah,
of it. They got so good at stuff. And so ours were always, at the end of the day, we dunk them in gasoline and clean them off
yeah,
and get them back. And so by the time I was doing brick masonry with another mentor of mine, I already was so familiar with the tool, it just translated. And then what was funny is I gotten so familiar with that type, I don't even know what the name of them. So the trowels with the handle and the flat across the top, where the handle's essentially in the middle, almost like a tile trowel, but
yeah,
just square and flat. That when I started learning drywall, I already had that tool, my Marshalltown. So I preferred it for my joints. It
yes,
felt more natural and better to me. And the guy that was teaching me drywall had to force me to stop and use proper drywall tools so that I'd at least learn it that way.
yeah,
And later on, I discovered that a lot of people use those tools for that same purpose.
yeah. So I I can use drywall tools, obviously. Um,
Mm,
the knives and all that sort of stuff. They're more like a scraper than a knife, aren't they?
yeah.
They're knives,
Yeah.
essentially. I can use them, but I always preferred to use my trowel, my Marshall trowel.
Mhm.
You just got more control.
I'll
It just,
I'll tell you I'll tell you the one benefit from one to the other on the side of the drywall tool. Let me see if I find one nearby. The one thing that's a benefit is the flex.
yeah,
The amount of flex that's in those. So if you've got a slight hump that's very slight in the thing,
yeah,
because the proper way to hold one is two fingers on the back side so that you can force that flex.
correct.
And you can go straight, if that nail is just barely over top, you could go straight over it and have good taper on both sides in one pass
Yeah,
with the right pressure. Which is also why you'll see me with the plastic ones.
right, yeah,
I will heat those plastic ones up in the sink, just hot water running on them right before I use them, and you get so much flex out of them. You can pull joints
yeah,
really fast and taper on both sides. And then of course you come back and you're just going to create some hump, and then you just hit those two really fast, and you're good to go.
yeah. What do you do?
Peter Grow Box, what's up, man? I've been ignoring the whole chat.
He's
My
laughing at
bad.
me even.
What's
So
up, Joe?
Cedar Grobots, how are you? Where are you two, Wes? Where are you at?
Huh?
Where do you live?
I live in Georgia. I live in closest major city you'd know to me is Atlanta, which is
Yeah.
about maybe 20 minutes away from me. I'm in Douglasville, Georgia.
Okay. There you go, Joe. Now you know. Uh, my aunt is in Guntersville in Alabama, so not
Oh yeah.
that far away, is it? I mean, I know America's much
Couple
bigger.
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can be in Alabama, in some parts of Alabama, in an hour and a half.
yeah. So she's not too far away from you. I've actually got another friend in Georgia called. I would guess what his name is. I would guess.
Rob.
Yes, that's his name. Rob.
Wow.
I met him on Facebook, and we've just kept in touch. You know, when you go on Facebook and you search your own name, and all these Rob Morgans appeared, I was like, yeah, add.
That's funny.
So
I rarely meet another Wes.
I,
Yeah.
I've met a couple in my lifetime, but yeah, I don't really know anyone called Wes as such.
The vast majority of Wes's I've ever known are related to me. On my dad's side of the family, everybody who's a male has some version of my first or middle name in their
Okay.
name somewhere. And there's four names total, but each of us has two of them, and they just
So
separate and bounce around.
what's your four names? All of
What's my what?
your four names. So not your
My
surname, but all of your name. You know,
I'm mine is Wesley Norris, right? And then
yeah,
I've got a cousin who's a John Wesley. I've got a cousin who's a Wesley John. I've got a cousin who's a Eddie Norris. My father was a Wesley Norris, and there's two cousins that are technically, they call them juniors, but they're second generation juniors, like named after my grandfather, and then one
right.
of them's named after his father. So we're all either Johns or Norrises or Wesleys or some version of it.
Oh, what was that? Was that
Uh,
you?
yeah, that's my other phone. It just makes noise all the time.
Yeah, mine's just done the same thing actually, but a different tune.
But this thing does that no matter what's happening.
So, have you got any plans for today? Are you going to make anything today?
I probably am, since I've pretty much locked myself in the house today. Um, I got to go get my son from school around 1 o'clock. Right now, it's currently not even 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And the gentleman outside who's fixing the car, he says he's going to be ready to test drive within a half hour. So
Okay.
once he does that and I pay him, oh man, I do have a drywall. I can go finish. You know that electrical line I put in?
Yeah.
I put the first coat of mud on it and I left. So I've got to put that, I've got to go. I don't remember if I taped it at all. I've got to do that and then get it painted and put that base molding back on. And I should
That
do
looked
that
like
today. I don't want to take it into the weekend. Do
that
what?
looked like a pain in the ass job. It looked. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was trying to send that line down and go across the base mold and just cut out of the drywall so that I could put the base back on, cover it up, caulk it up, and none of it went easy. Like they had 2.5 inch uh, finished nails in the thing. The drywall was super soft. I'm like, oh, I gotta. And once I realized I'm gonna have to tear up the drywall and paint anyway, I'm like, go ahead and go the direct route, cut it out, get that part done. The circuit's holding up fine, but I do need to get by there, get that thing cleaned up and finished for them so the holidays don't catch up on them.
Yeah.
So I'll probably do that whenever he's done, and then I'll pick my son up as soon as I'm done with that because it'll take a couple hours. I'll have to wait for that mud to dry because it's been so humid.
Yeah.
I'm using a 20-minute mud, but it still takes 3 hours sometimes if it's humid to be dry enough to sand and put a
Yeah.
primer and a paint on it.
There is one way that you can make it go off faster.
What's that?
I don't think you want me to tell you, to be fair.
Tell me.
Use dirty water.
Dirty water?
Yeah. Or you can piss in it.
Ah. What else can I do to define what? How can I make dirty water without that?
Uh,
It does go faster when I use hot water. I'll use
yeah.
pretty boiling hot water, as hot as I can
Do it.
get out of the sink.
You can also add a little bit of drywall adhesive.
Drywall adhesive.
That
What
makes
is that?
it
I
off.
don't even know of that here.
So you know when they do dry lining and they stick the boards to block work.
Stick the boards to the blockwork?
Yeah,
No, here they don't do that.
they don't. It's all timber
Here,
frame there, isn't it?
here what they'd have to do if I wanted to the cinder block wall behind me, if I wanted to put up drywall here, typically what we would do is frame that wall up with pressure treated lumber.
Yeah,
And if we didn't want to lose the whole width of the two by, you could lay it flat and then anchor it in
yeah,
and then put the drywall on top of that. But some of the old school guys would put drywall right on it,
yeah.
but they would use the same drywall mud we would mix anyway to do that.
Ah,
They would almost trowel it on like with a 1 inch notch trowel and
okay.
then press it.
So what we would do is we would use a trowel that big, so 10-inch trowel. Um, dab it onto the wall. So you put a solid border around the wall, about that deep, so maybe 2 inches deep,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put dots
Uh huh.
along where the boards are, and then you sit the board against it, just press it in slightly, and then level it out with a straight edge.
You know,
Uh,
there's
and
guys that do that with tile too, and they'll call that spot setting.
yeah, so it's
Spot
similar.
setting does not work with tile. It does work with drywall
Yeah,
wonderfully though.
it does.
Yeah.
It works brilliant. And that's what they do now on the new build houses here in England.
Mm-hmm.
So on the external walls that are all brick and block,
Yeah.
they use dot and dab, we call it, so drywall adhesive, and dot and dab the boards to the wall. And then the internal walls will all be timber frames, and obviously we'd screw the boards on them. Same with the ceilings, we'd screw them on. Uh,
Mm.
we'd use 3/8 on the walls, 1/2 inch on the ceilings, fireline. So that would
Mm.
be paint boards here. They've got like fiberglass in.
Oh, cool.
That's a no, amateurs. No, it's the way we do it in the UK. It's shit. Don't get me wrong. I hate it. I would much rather lay on a coat of render, flatten it out, smooth it off, put a scratch into it, and skim over the top. But it's too expensive. They don't want to pay the money to do it, and that's the problem.
You know, one of the things I find really interesting being a guy who goes through a bunch of different trades, which is not very normal here, um, is that other trades here don't know shit about the tradesmen that were there before them or the ones that are coming after them, right?
Yeah,
For instance, I don't know, I only know one other tile guy, one other guy who can lay tile on a high level who also knows plumbing.
right.
And it seems crazy to me that a guy who relies on plumbing every day doesn't bother to learn how to do it so he can set his own drain or he can, put his own fixture in because he's the one cutting the hole for it. No, like they've got to orchestrate around each other. Like the plumber can be here on Thursday, so we got to stop until then.
Yeah.
And because I think maybe my level of impatience or focus or whatever you want to call it. That's
Yeah.
why I learned all the other trades, because I didn't want to wait on anybody. And I
Same.
didn't like that my electrician would tell me, um, because I knew how to frame a house first, right?
Yeah.
So by the time the electrician's telling me he's got to cut 40 holes across my ceiling in order to get that light fixture over there, I know that he just doesn't want to fish it
Yeah.
through those joists. And I'm like, well, fuck you. If you don't want, I'm not like, because I'm the one that's coming behind you and I've got 40 holes to patch, and explain to the homeowner that one light fixture is going to cost what 40 holes is going to end up costing you. The electric is hardly even relevant at that point.
A lot of the things now you can do with a magnet. You know, you can
Mhm.
buy these magnets. You put your cable in with a magnet on one side, stick it to the board, put a magnet on the outside, and just feed it up.
100%.
It's
Yeah.
so easy.
The crazy thing is the plumbers, the electricians across the board, they don't know how the house is built. So whenever something comes up, they don't have the insight to consider an alternate way.
Yeah.
They just go, here's the straightest way from there to there, and I've got a multi-tool, and we're gonna get going. Back in the day, it was a sawzall, so it was just terrible.
I've
At least
got
it's a little better now.
a plunge saw, so I don't know whether you've seen me use it, but it's basically it's literally a handheld saw, and it works the same way as a chop saw. So as you put it against the wall, you press the trigger and push it down, and it just cuts in, and up you go.
A circular saw with a plunge cut, like,
Yeah.
ah,
So it's handheld like a grinder,
oh
and,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you
I
just
know
plunge
what you mean.
it
Yeah,
in and
yeah.
up you go. And absolutely brilliant. Best thing I
I
ever bought.
I've never had one of those. That sounds amazing.
You can use it for wood. You can use it for brick. You can use it for tiles. You can use it for metal.
They
Fantastic.
have they have a tool for tile that thing probably came out 25 years ago. That's like a little circular saw, and it's got the little hose that
Yeah,
you can put the water. That thing was absolute trash. The first one that I bought, it just had too much shake in the blade to do a good cut on tile, and that's why I bought it. And I never tried another product like that ever again. It put me off of it so bad. But I've seen those here and there. Oh, that's my guy. Hold on.
there you go. Keyhole saw. How's that then? What's a keyhole saw? Do you mean like a pad saw, a little pointy saw? Just stick it through and cut what you want. So it's like a knife, but with a saw blade on. Is that what you mean, Joe? Have I decided it's staying for now, mate? It's staying for now. How you doing, Follow? You well? Dum 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 dum. I'm tired today. Tired, tired, tired. Rugged look's the best look. I'm going to keep it for now. I don't know what the future holds. Doesn't mean that I'm going to keep it forever, but for the time being, it can stay. I may trim it when I have my hair cut. I may trim it back a bit. Started talking about drywall. I know. It's nice to talk to another tradesman. I don't get to do that very often these days. So yeah, it is quite nice to talk to another tradesman.
What the heart? Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Oh, yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
I jump back.
Welcome back, mate.
Thank you, thank you. I'm looking for a charger. Yeah. Oh, that car is running. I'm so happy.
What car was it?
Huh?
What car?
That was my daughter's that we gave her or giving her for this Christmas. Uh 2009 Camry hybrid.
Ah, okay. Not a Prius then.
But we had to put a new battery in it, the hybrid battery.
Right. They're not
We
cheap, are they?
no, but we killed it. We the car was good when we parked it, but you cannot park a hybrid. I'm finding out. You've
Right.
got to drive it. It has to have that battery cycling constantly, or the battery just
You kill it.
shuts down and stays down.
Yeah. Checking
But
anything.
lesson learned. But we already own the car, so another. I think it was total $2,000.
Alan said, "Can you be his dad? He needs a car."
Do what? Oh, can you be my dad? Listen, I'll show you. We've got 5 kids between us, right?
Yeah.
And my daughter's an official full blown adult, so this car she bought for herself. But this one is the one we just fixed.
Yeah.
And this one is the one my 14-year-old wants. That's the only reason I'm keeping that car. The transmission's gone. It's because if I can find a transmission for it, I'll give it to him when he turns 16.
You didn't drive that, did you, Wes?
Huh?
You didn't drive that, did you?
What, this Audi?
Yeah.
I drove the piss out of it. Love that car.
Mate, that's a hairdresser's car.
This thing right here.
Now that's a
Here?
beat. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
hairdresser's car.
Now
Uh,
that one's the one I've given to my 16-year-old boy. He's learning to drive in that.
that's a beast. I love that.
Yeah. And this one nobody wants, which I'm glad because I really like this truck. This is my most comfortable truck
Right.
because of the seats.
I
But
know a
huh?
person. I know a person. How far away are you from Ohio?
Probably 12, 14 hour drive.
Oh, fuck.
And that's the latest one.
Yeah, I like that
But
one.
that one has got the best transmission out of all of them.
Hmm.
That one scoots down the road. All 3 of them have the same engine, more or less. But my other daughter's car, that's the one I bought for my wife just recently. So I bought 5 cars over the last year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
But I'm really good at finding deals on cars.
Now, I've got a friend. that is also a YouTuber. He's
Hmm.
in Ohio, I believe. I
Yeah,
believe
Ohio's Midwest. I am Southeast.
he's got two trucks that he's giving away.
What?
One has a bad engine, and one has a bad title.
Mm,
Swap the engine, and
good
you,
parts truck. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. I want to
So,
be a part.
and he's just giving them both away, and they're fucking lovely as well. 2012. The nice one of the two is 2012 with a leather interior.
What
Uh,
truck is it? Do you remember?
oh, no, 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 no. I don't remember.
Hard to
I
tell.
don't
Yeah.
remember. I think it's Dodge. I think it's a Dodge.
Yeah. Well, I Dodges are squirrely. I had a 2000. I had a 2000 Dodge Ram 1500 long bed uh crew cab. I don't know if it's technically a crew cab. It's three doors, but full back seat
Yeah.
and an 8 foot bed. It was a pain to park, but it was. I had 500 plus thousand miles on that truck
Ooh.
when I got in a multi car accident, like in the pouring down rain and people
Yeah.
just slid into each other. And that's what totaled that truck out. But that truck went 500,000 miles. I changed the oil once. I got it at 40,000. And when that happened, I went to get a replacement and I saw a 1998. It's only 2 year difference. And I
Mm.
got it. It was shit. Put two transmissions in it. Shit. After that, I got a 2006. The body style changed to the similar to what kind of the big grill they are now.
Yeah.
And that engine, I'm driving. I'm in my neighborhood already. I've pulled into this neighborhood,
Yeah.
and I hear, and I'm like, oh shit, that's my radiator, right?
Yeah.
Smelled like radiator. I had maybe 40 yards to drive from where that happened to get into my driveway. So I'm
Ooh.
like, I'll just pull into the driveway. That's probably the radiator. From that distance, that engine blew, warped, and locked up. That
Yeah.
truck never started again that quickly because it's so much aluminum in that block. And the radiator is more, it's plastic weld to aluminum
Yeah.
with no gasket in between.
That's about right. Yaim, how are you doing? Good to see you. We're
There
just
you
chewing
go.
the fat, mate. We're just chewing the fat. We're talking about whatever right now, just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It's it's actually nice to be able to have a conversation rather than me typing to you while you're live, or the vice versa.
That is a different experience, ain't it? That's what's up.
It is indeed. I'm going to head out into the garage shortly. I've got a couple of things around the house that I need to do before I do so, but then I'm going to head out into the garage. I can't
Cool.
decide what I want to do today. I can't.
Hmm.
I can't decide. I've got some windfall wood, should we call it, but it's a bit rotten. I don't even know what wood it is. I've got no idea. The last spoon that I made was from this branch that I picked up. Um,
Okay.
it's, I like the grain in it, and it almost looks a bit like spalted maple.
That's what I was thinking when I saw it.
But I
Now,
don't
I'm no
think it is.
wood expert, but I was like, it's spalted something.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, there's no maple trees around.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
so I don't know what it is. My
But it,
initial
it looked
thought,
nice. I remember seeing that and it catching my eye just scrolling through my feed, and I'm like, oh, that's Rob. And I
Chewing
checked it
the
out.
chewing the fat. It means chatting about anything and everything.
Yeah,
Is that not a saying that you've got over there? Chewing the fat.
yeah, that's absolutely a saying we've got over here.
It is. Where are
Yeah.
you, Guthrie?
Say what?
Guthrie in the comments. I was asking where Guthrie is because
Oh,
seems Guthrie hasn't heard that saying.
oh my God,
What's the
that's
matter,
funny. My chat had not moved at all. I didn't even realize anybody was saying anything.
that happened to me earlier. It does it quite a
Like
lot.
I
No.
scrolled and it was going and going. I was like, oh snap, I missed everybody.
So yeah, what I'm going to do, mate, I will. I'll end it there before this. What's it called? EVMUX, EVMUX, whatever. It because I don't pay for it, you will get a 2 hour limit
Oh,
on
okay.
the live. But what I'll do is I'm going to end the live there because I need to
Hmm.
go for a pee. I've got a couple of jobs to do in the house before the wife comes home because otherwise she'll be like, "Why did you not do it?" And then I'll head out into the garage. When I do head out into the garage, if you wish to join me again, you're more than welcome to do so. Um, I don't know what I'm going to make, but I'm going to make something.
All right,
I'm going
cool.
to do something to occupy myself today.
All right, I'm probably gonna go. I don't want to clean that car until later. But I am gonna go at least go finish the money that I started making earlier this week and finish up that little patch on that wall, and then after that, grab the kid, and I should be available anytime after that.
Nice. It was really good to have a chat with you, Wes. Uh,
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Oh man, I appreciate you for sure. Like it's like having a phone call. I enjoyed it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry I ignored the entire chat the whole time. Usually, if I'm talking, I'm talking to the chat. I'm ignoring everybody.
The
I'm sorry.
difference for me is you don't have it right beside the screen, whereas for me, I can see you and me here, and right
Mhm.
beside it, I've got the chat. So that's the difference for you and for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but thank you very much, Wes. Really appreciate you, mate. And we
Yeah,
must do this again. I really
yeah,
enjoyed it.
for sure.
Thank you very much, buddy.
All right,
Thank you,
well,
chat. Take care, everybody. I will be back shortly, and I'll be out in a workshop doing bits and bobs. I don't know what yet, but we'll find something. Take care, Wes. Take care, chat. See you soon.
yes, sir.